me doing other things. Just trying to find myself on my phone. Welcome to my live. If you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Chalk Couture. So once you hop on the live or the replay, say hello in the comments and tell me where you're watching from. Also, if you are on the replay, if you wouldn't mind putting in hashtag replay, that way later on down the road, Facebook lets me know that you have watched and I can interact with you. I also want to let you know that I'm live in 3 locations this evening. So if you hear me refer to a comment that you don't see in your comment feed, that person may be viewing and commenting from a different platform. Also, if you are watching from my private Facebook group, there is a permission link in the description of the video. Clicking that link just allows StreamYard to pin your profile name and pick to your comment. You can choose not to click the link, that's okay. Just know that your comment will show up as Facebook user in my comments. I will still interact with you. I'll still say hi. I will still answer any questions. I just may not know who I am addressing. And as always, if anytime during the video you like this project and think that others should watch it, please feel free to spread the craft love around social media by hitting the good old share button. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps me build my business and get in front of other people. And as always, hit that thumbs up button, the heart button, follow, subscribe, turn on any notifications, all of that fun stuff so that I can get in front of other people again. So with that, let's go to the comments. I see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door. And as others hop on, I will say hi to them as well. But let's go ahead and get started, and we will flip the camera. So tonight we are using the November 2023 Club Couture Transfer. This one is called Vintage Snowman. And as a Club Couture subscriber, you get the exclusive B-size transfer that is only, you can only get it by being a club member or designer. And you also get a coordinating chalkable shape. This month it happens to be in the cute little shape of the snowman and the cardinal. And I am using the porcelain steel magnetic surface. These are only available to designers, but if you want one, just let me know and I can get you one. I think they're about $10, or you can get a package of 3 for $30. So just holler at me, message me, let me know. But these are reusable just like our boutique surfaces are, and I have just popped it in a barnwood frame that I got at Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to pop the back off. Not with that. Let's see. That'll work. Just a little flathead screwdriver. So I'm just going to pop it out. These little inserts make it a lot easier to clean your surfaces when you want to redesign them for different seasons and holidays. This one particular frame came with glass, so I just stick it behind the porcelain steel insert. So here we go. Here's our little insert, and you'll notice it has last month's attempted design, but these colors did not work very well on black. So keep in mind, if you ever want to use navy blue or cadet blue, you need a lighter surface. So I'm just going to wet this because our chalks pastes are water reactive. That's one of the magic things about Chalk Couture. People probably say, well, what makes it any different than using a Cricut or Silhouette Cameo cut vinyl decal? Well, you can reuse these, and the chalk paste is water soluble on most surfaces like metal, chalkboards, and glass, so you can redesign on these. You just need to wet your paste down And you can use a paste scraper like this, or you can use an old gift card or debit card. You could even use, if you do make vinyl decals, you probably have a squeegee or 4 laying around. So you can, any of these little squeegees would work. You could even use the little scraper that comes with your Pampered Chef stoneware. Hey, Margie. And you just need something to help get that paste off. And if you leave it set long enough, you won't even need to use the scraper. Let me get a couple of paper towels. Get all that gunk off. If you have these inserts, just be careful because the edges are slightly sharp, especially the corners. Okay. So you might, if you're looking closely, you can kind of still see right there. You can still see the design. So that's what we call kind of ghosting. So you can take your board eraser and get it wet. And it will kind of help take a lot of that ghosting away. I don't know how, but it's magic. Okay, so we are ready to go. And just like that, the design is almost like 99.9% gone. Okay, get all that thrown away. So again, this is the Club Couture transfer for the month and the coordinating chalk shape. So because this is reusable about 8 to 10 times, depending on how well you take care of it, I do want to write on the back side. Although some of the newer ones have kind of a yellow tint on the back side. Let's put it up. Well, the camera doesn't show it, but you want to make sure that you note which side, excuse me, is the back. That way, when you are finished cleaning it, you can place it on the right side of the carrier sheet so that you can store it away. I'm just getting out a fuzz cloth. And also, the other thing that I do is, just in case I want to cut this out like on some chalk suede paper, I'm going to kind of draw around it. Because if you have a Cricut, like a maker, I think even they export, if you have a Cricut machine, or if you have a Silhouette Cameo or Portrait, you can use the Pick Scan mat, and I can place this piece of paper on my Pick Scan mat, take a picture of it, and then open it in my Cameo software. And that's if you have a Silhouette Cameo or a Portrait. And it will import this image just like this into the program, and it will keep the sizing exactly the same. And then I can trace it and create a cut file. So I actually did that to some of my stencils today, because I'd like to make some cut files for those, for some of the basic stencil shapes that I have, and it worked perfectly. I was able to add an offset. So I now have this for my Pick Scan mat. Okay. So I'm going to fuzz this first. So what I'm going to do is take the image off the carrier sheet and I'm going to place it on my fuzz cloth. You can use any ordinary terry cloth towel. You could use your shirt. You could even use the pillow off of your sofa. You just want to knock back a little bit of the fuzz that's on the backside, especially when you're using the porcelain steel surface like the one that comes in the Aden or the new London frame, because they are super sticky. It's like a transfer magnet. Even though I'm going to use my chalk shape with this image, I'm still going to, you know what, I probably should have, actually, I'm just going to place roughly, just so I know where to put my transfer. I think this will work. Even though I'm going to use the chalk shape, I'm still going to chalk the whole thing. That way I know where to place my snowman when I'm finished. Hopefully that's somewhat even. And again, these little porcelain steel inserts are kind of sharp, especially on the corners. So did everybody have a good weekend? And I know this is kind of hard to see on this black surface, but you'll be able to see it here pretty soon. So when you get if you sign up as a Club Couture member, when you get your transfer and your chalk shape, you will get 3 paste singles with your design, and they come in little condiment-like packages like this. And your colors will be Currant Jam, Eucalyptus, and Shimmer Frost. So I'm going to go ahead and do, and then I'm going to add in cherry, rust, black velvet, and bark, mainly for the snowman. But I'm going to do the entire background in Shimmer Frost. And Jason said he had a great weekend. So if you love glitter, if you like the look of loose glitter, but you hate how loose glitter gets everywhere, then you need to try the Shimmer paste. So this one is Shimmer Frost. So it is basically, excuse me, a white glitter. So I'm going to just do an all over paste. Now you'll notice that if you use your shimmer paste, your transfers will be kind of shiny and sparkly after that, but it doesn't go anywhere. It's not like loose glitter. And these have a little bit longer drying time, so you have a little bit more time to play and get your paste where you want it. This transfer has a kind of a very vintage and mixed media kind of look. There's some sheet music. There's some book page text. So if you're into that vintage journal, collage, decoupage look, this transfer is perfect for that. I'm just making sure all of the transfer is covered Maybe get my squeegee lines all evened out, otherwise they will dry in my surface. I can put all of the excess back in my jar. Hello, Miss Jenny. Oh, you're not late. You're fine. Just hop on and hop out whenever you need to. How are you all doing? We're doing good. So I'm just going to peel this off. When you peel it, you want to try to peel straight up. You don't want to peel back towards you. You want to kind of peel up toward the ceiling. That way your transfer does not distort or get stretched. Okay. So there is what our design looks like. I'm going to try to get it dried really quick. And I did go off the edges a little bit, but I will show you how to fix that. It's not totally dry, so I'm not going to touch the design part, but I am going to fix where actually, I'm just going to get a wipe out. It's going to be easier. So I'm just going to get a baby wipe out. And with the magic, that is our paste. Remember I said earlier that it's reactive to water. So you can do this on chalkboards, on glass, and most metals. And you can redesign on your surface. You can fix many boo-boos. Okay, so I'm going to show you that up close. So there's some of our sheet music. There's some of the book text. There's some snowflakes and greenery. So you could technically add colors. Like here's a little cardinal. You could paste that red. But because there's so much detail and it's all kind of collaged together, I chose to just make one. I chose to just use one color. It's a little easier that way. But we will add color in with our snowman. Jason says, that is striking. It's just amazing how much detail you can get. I mean, there's even text on the sheet music that you can read. I mean, I can read all of the chords. Like that's an A7. That's an E minor 7. And you can read the text in the music. It's crazy. I couldn't get that with a decal that I made on my Cameo. Okay, so I'm going to wax this thing next. So per another designer, I learned that you need to wax, especially you need to wax the white boutique shapes. I don't necessarily care for the white boutique surfaces, mainly because they have a little bit more texture than the black boutique surfaces. And so my paste would tend to kind of feather and bleed a little bit. But if you come in with some surface wax, which get my Chalk Couture does sell a surface wax, and I usually do use it, but mine are kind of at the bottom of the barrel and they're getting a little hard. So I'm going to use my Minwax finishing paste, which is, I prefer it anyway. Jenny said beautiful. Thank you. So I'm going to give it a good waxing. The top part. And then I'm going to turn my little waxing pad over and kind of buff all that in. hopefully that'll knock some of that texture back. So while that's kind of drying, I probably need to clean at least the snowman portion of my transfer. So, I'm going to get a disinfecting wipe, but I think I might, before I do that, I'll just try spraying it down and using the board eraser, because I need to use the snowman again, and I want to make sure the silk screen is not clogged with my shimmer frost. I'm not going to really clean the whole thing, but I am going to clean where the snowman is. I don't have to get all of it, but I need to get most of it. Okay, so I'm going to flip him over and get the back side to release any paste that's still stuck in that screen. And again, I'm just right now worrying about the snowman. Oops. And the cardinal. Okay, so I'm going to stick it. I know it's still kind of dirty, but I'm going to stick it in the microfiber side of my fuzz cloth, and we'll let it dry for a little bit. And while it's drying, we can go through a few of the specials, because there are a lot. So real quick, I'm going to turn off. I'm going to come back to me. Hello. I'm going to turn off my camera, and then let's show you. So again, this is the Club Couture Transfer and the Chalkable Shape, and then you get these three pastes, paste singles. I couldn't think of the word. So you'll get Currant Jam, you'll get Eucalyptus, and you'll get Shimmer Frost. And we've already used Shimmer Frost on the background. So here's a finished version. And it is normally, it's $21.99 a month, but there are some other ways that you can also sign up as a Club Couture member. You can get 4 months prepaid, and you can save $10 by doing that. And that is $77.96 billed today. You can also get 12 months prepaid, and that gets you 2 months for free, and that is $219.90, and that is also billed today. So that is the Club Couture Transfer for the month. This month's promotion is called Stop, Drop, and Save. So every Monday for the month of November, Chalk Couture will drop new products. So this month it is this honeycomb surface. It is dual-sided, so you can choose either the black or the white boutique surface. It's a really pretty surface. So the inset is 9 by 12, and the entire surface is, I believe, 12 by 19. I forgot. I saw it earlier, but it's 19 high. I do know that. I think it might be 16 by 19. So that is today's, today's new surface. Also with Stop, Drop, and Save, you can shop 10% off site-wide through the end of the month. And that includes the new exclusive kits every Monday. The color of the month is Glacier, so you can unlock the ability to purchase Glacier with a $75 order, and then you can order up to 3 after that. And this one will sell out. It's going to be great for winter. It's a kind of a really pretty shimmer well, I wouldn't even call it eucalyptus, more on the blue side than it is the green side. So I have a feeling this one will sell out. So get it while you can if you're wanting to get it. And then if you've ever considered signing up as a designer, or if you're like me and your wish list was way bigger than your wallet, I would highly encourage you to sign up to be a designer so that you can shop the products at 40% off. And this month, the designer perks pack is $59 instead of $99. So you get $277 worth of product at $59. So lots of great surfaces and transfers in that kit. If you have any questions about that, you can always message me. So with that, let's turn my camera back on, and then I think we'll check and see how my transfer's doing. See if it's dry. They dry pretty quick in this microfiber towel. I think it's pretty good. I'm going to add, because I have this glass mat, my transfer likes to stick. So Bonita, one of my viewers, gave me the suggestion of putting my backer sheet underneath. So let's add our transfer over the top of our shape. Because this transfer is fairly see-through, it makes it fairly easy to line up. I'm way off. I need to tilt it. Kind of like that. Okay, Robin. Easier said than done. Let's start up here at the top. His hands aren't very lined up. Okay, that's good enough. I did it. So you have to be careful because part of the design of the background is on him. So let's get out a couple of multi-tools. We get out a few little tiny things. Let's see if we can get this chalked. So I'm going to do mainly his body and his hat in black velvet. I'm going to do the band of his hat in Currant Jam. I'm going to do the cardinal in cherry, his hands in bark, and his nose in rust. Let's see if we can get this going. And I'm going to do the greenery around his neck in eucalyptus. Ooh. Get these open. Oh. Okay, so let's just start at the top and do the cardinal. And I'm just going to do it in one color. I'm not going to worry about beak and legs. So when you want to get into little tiny spaces, these multi-tools are great. There's also a detail tool, but all mine are on my drying rack. So be watching my page over the next couple of weeks because I'm working on creating a lot of very highly discounted bundles and kits. And I'll try to have them done. I'm hoping to have them all posted before next weekend, so I can kind of beat the Black Friday crowd. Okay. And I'm going to kind of pull this as I go. I think my transfer was still a little wet. It's okay. He'll be super vintagey. Okay, so let's get into the black velvet. Come down here to the brim of his hat. So just roughly doing this. It's not going to be perfect. Go ahead and get his face while I'm here. Okay, I'm going to reuse that one. So let's come up here to Currant Jam. Just get enough to do his little, kind of the band of his hat. I don't necessarily like to do, I like when I'm using multiple colors plus black, I usually like to do black last, which I kind of forgot about that. Because I tend to get colors bleeding together then. Okay. Let's do his nose while I working on his head. So this is rust. It's a discontinued color, but you could use orange peel. You could use papaya. Okay, so let's pull up his face. Let's see what, oops, I need to do the greenery. Let's see what we got going on. Probably have a hot mess. So I'm pulling back because I don't want all of my paste to dry in my silk screen. But that's not too bad. Because there's such there's so much detail in this particular design, it's going to dry a lot quicker. Okay, so let's come back here. We'll just keep going down his body. So we'll do the eucalyptus here. get up into that black up here.
No.
So Jenny, if you're on, are you getting all settled? Okay, so let's do his twig arms. So there's his, just about dip that in the eucalyptus. That would have been bad, which I'm now done with. So I'm going to pop that lid on. I'm done with the brown. Okay, so now let's finish with his body. We'll do the next. Jenny says we did chases in school and you work overnight. I'm glad you guys are getting all settled in. You're missed. I'm going to get this little, this is a little clay sculpting tool. You can get them in like, did too much, in like the clay department, wherever they sell like Sculpey, things like that. It's nice to get into some of those little tight little spaces. The boys are they adjusting to school? Making new friends? Okay. Oops, I forgot I had this one over here for black. I swear, I think I get more paste on me than I get on my actual project. Okay, let's pop that lid on. Okay, so let's see what we've done. I'm going to get something to help me hold him down. So pretty. So then I'll just wash that transfer out later in some water. Look at that. Look at all that detail. There's no way I could have done that with a vinyl decal or even a Mylar stencil. I had a little bit of runnage and bleeding on my cardinal. I don't think my transfer was completely dry when I started. So let's just stick that on there. We'll put that to the side so I can get rid of all this black. I can come in if I want to try to fix that up a little bit, which I'm going to be. Margie says looks awesome. Jason says, wow. And Jenny says, aw, he's cute. Okay, so where did I spray that water? Right there. Okay, so I'm just going to wet a Q-tip. I'm going to try, because our paste is reactive to water, you do have to be careful with red, because it can stain. I'm not going to do too much because it kind of stains a little bit. I got some of it off, but I didn't get all of it. But you can fix it. And then it's kind of fun to add some red berries in. I'm going to go grab one of my tools that's over by the drying rack. So this little guy comes in the artist tool set, and he can make little dots. So I'm going to try to fill in where the berries go, where it's just white. So these three here and these three here, we'll see what happens. I'm just kind of practicing in my lid. You could probably get away with using a Q-tip as well. Or the end of a paintbrush, or the eraser on a pencil. So we can get some of that off then. Okay. So there is our little berries. There you go. Okay, so let me get all my lids on. And the cool thing is this snowman is part of our boutique surfaces, so technically you should be able to wipe him down and reuse him. Okay, so should have probably turned my glue gun on. I forgot. Oops, hold on a second. Caught on myself. Okay, so let's get our glue gun turned on. And then while it's heating up, we can reassemble our picture. Let me dry this off. And then when we're reassembled, we can add our snowman. So he's fully dry. So we'll pop him back in. And we'll pop the glass back in. And we can use this. These things will break my fingernails clean off, so I have to use a tool to help. Okay. So here is our, oh, he looks so pretty in the frame. So you remember if you've been here before, you've seen my little hot glue gun hack so that I can hot glue my snowman down, but not make him totally permanent. We're going to use tape. And because I already have the image here, it's going to be a little easier. So I'm just putting down some painter's tape. So this is surface friendly. Oops. Jason says, good gravy, that's beautiful. It is. It'd be really pretty on if you did some gift bags for Christmas, it'd be make really pretty gift bags. Tote bag. It's not sticking very well. It probably would stick better on the actual. Yeah, it's not wanting to stick to the paste very well. Good to know. Okay. So when my glue gun heats up, probably need to get another one. You kind of got to work quickly so your glue at the top does not dry. And you're just kind of pressing down. And it doesn't have to be like permanently stuck there, but this at least will get you through the holidays until you put your next design on there. So then when I'm ready to take it off, I can just peel up the snowman, or I can use my quick dry tool to kind of heat up that glue and make it easier to remove. Got some red somehow. Oh, because I have it on my fingers. There's red in random places. It looks like he has the measles. That's kind of easy to fix. Yeah, I had some red paste on my fingers. And that got onto but I'm able to fix it. Now they're gone. Well, let's put it this way. Show you what it looks like. So there is our snowman. So that is the vintage snowman with the coordinating Chalkable Shape. It is available through the month of November or as supplies last. And this one, we don't have a whole lot of Club Couture transfers that sell out, but this one may sell out because he's a cutie. So with that, if you don't have any other questions, I may hop off for the night. Let me go back and check the comments. And Jason said, good gravy, that's beautiful. Oops, it's not showing up. Oh, he said that's awesome. Okie doke. I think I went through all of the, and don't forget about the nativity scene that's available, the nativity kit. Again, get your color of the month, unlock the ability to purchase color of the month with a $75 order. This color will sell out, and it will probably sell out fast. I'm hoping that it lasts through Friday. Oops, take that off. Go back to my comments. Bonita, hello, Miss Bonita. She said she'll watch the replay. Computer issues, no worries. Hop on and hop off whenever. This is what we made. Hope I'm not spoiling it for you, but this is the Club Couture transfer for the month and the little chalkable shape. So he turned out super cute. So I just have him on one of the porcelain steel inserts, and I can get you those. Those are available in the designer portal only, but I can get you some. They're $10 a piece or 3 for $30. Just holler at me and I can order you some. These are the porcelain steel magnetic inserts, and I just have it inserted into a 9x12 picture frame. So yeah. With that, I'm going to hop off. I will be live again on Wednesday. My apologies for last week. We had new hot tub syndrome and I had overwhelmed syndrome. So on Monday, we had to take our inaugural dip into the hot tub, which was fantastic. I highly recommend a hot tub, 20 out of 10. And then Wednesday, I was just so overwhelmed with trying to get Christmas stuff done for my booth that I sat around and did nothing, which is what happens when I get overwhelmed. So I will be back again this week. On Wednesday, I was trying to I'm going to use the new hoop wreath. And there are some Christmas transfers in Last Chance. So if there are some on your wish list, you might want to check Last Chance because they might be in there. So I need to hurry up and use a few before they aren't available anymore. So thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. And I will catch you on Wednesday. I hope you all have a great week and see you later.